Hello, everyone. This is Iggy for Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review, and today we're going to talk about some wagons that are not made by Marx, but other manufacturers. And the first one that we're going to talk about is this one here, and this is the Stagecoach by New Ray Toys. New Ray's a Chinese company that was formed in 1987. They have offices in, I believe, Hong Kong and California. Now, there is a few things. I like this wagon, but there is a few things that I would do differently with it. One being the luggage is loose on the top, so I would glue that in. And then there's no canvas cover on the boot, but that's easily fixed. You just get some tissue or parchment paper, cut it out, and glue it to the back there. The horses fall over a lot in their traces, and when you have this on display, you will frequently find at least one of them has suddenly passed away like that. Also, the fellow that's driving the wagon is not made for the wagon. He's made to ride on a horse. So you may want to try and find a figure that would replace that for you. But other than that, it's a fine looking wagon. So I'm going to move this out of the side. The next one up is going to be a wagon by Tempo Toys. Now, Tempo Toys was created in 1938 by a immigrant to London who was trying to escape the Nazis. He was a Jewish man, and so understandably he wanted to get the hell out of there. And this Tempo wagon, I really like it a lot. It's a beefy design. The one thing I had to do to this is create a wafer to glue onto the feet of the horses because the original stand was missing. This particular wagon was made in England. I think later versions were made in China, and the older stuff made in England. Now, Tempo Toys lasted 40 years, from 1938 to 1978. And the founder of Tempo Toys died in 2000. So he outlived his creation by a few years. So there's the Tempo wagon. And then next up is a wagon by a company called Tudor Rose. Now, Tudor Rose toys, believe it or not, are kind of hard to find. And one thing that is characteristic of Tudor Rose toys, is that they're brightly colored. In this instance, the canvas top is yellow, the body is red, and the wheels are green. You'll notice that the horses are not fitted for pulling wagons. They don't have a horse collar or any of the furniture necessary to tow a wagon, and they're actually wearing English saddles. So I guess they saved money by using those horses. I'll show you this other one I got here. It is red top, green body, yellow wheels. And it comes with a rider. And there's something I'll show you about the rider here. Now the rider fits into this. You plug them right into that hole there. But that means he's got a Wiener Schnitzel hanging there. It's just kind of funny. I am very immature, sorry. I'll put the Wiener Schnitzel back in the hole there. Now, Tudor Rose was on the verge of having its greatest success when the factory burned down in 1965. They were on signed up to make the Batmobile and Bat helicopter for the 1966 Batman TV show, and they were going to make it in these bright colors like you see here. You know that corgi. I don't know how you say it. I'll have to ask Sarah when I get to work. She's English. Uh, what was I saying? For God's sake, I'm always doing this. Oh yeah, their Batmobile and Bat helicopter would have been interesting in that it would have been all these different colors. The factory burned down and everything was destroyed, and all their inventory, which was boxed up and ready to go to toy stores, was destroyed. Now, my dad worked at a toy company in the early 1960s called Wenmac. And one day my dad didn't have a job because the entire factory was burned to the ground. And upon investigation, it was discovered that it was deliberate arson. So a lot of people were put out of work when the factory burned down, and they never rebuilt. Wenmac made gas-powered model airplanes. Okay, the last one is the one I know the least about. So let's move forward. And this wagon is, I believe, by Rel Toys, R-E-L Toys. I found some in the Sears catalog, and the ones that I found said U.S. Army printed on the side of the canvas. But it matched in all other detail exactly to this model that you see here. It's made of a hard styrene plastic, so it's somewhat fragile. You can break it quite easily if you drop it or accidentally step on it or some other unforeseen circumstance. And it's the largest of all the wagons that I have on display today. But like I said, I know very little about it other than I've seen other Rel wagons in the Sears catalog. I wish I could tell you more about them. I don't know when they went out of business or if they're still... I think MPC bought them, but I can't be sure on that. Anyway, that's my wagons, and I want to thank you for coming along for this brief video, and thank you for getting Iggy with it. Bye, guys.